Game day fits don't have to be literal to be powerful. This is grown, intentional street style. Hey girl, it's Misha So Gaudy, your edgy, funky, and a little bit extra fashion best friend. This is a Fashion IRL episode, so we know that means it's segmented. And today's featured topic is game day fits that eat. Mhm. These aren't just shirt and jean, gym shoes type outfits. These are looks with intention. After we tackle game day fits, we're gonna jump into worn in a while, where my style outfits are gonna leave the house with me. Then we'll finish off with FUBU, Black History Edition, where I'm gonna pay homage to one of my favorite style icons, which happens to be Tiana Taylor. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So obviously I would wear this to a hockey game or a sports bar. I see this being worn at a sports bar. I think the fishnets bring the sports bar after hours, nighttime vibe to the hockey look. Or hockey game being sports bar. Yes. Um, when I look at this look, I think the statement is let's go with the fur headband. I think you know what? It's not just the fur headband. It's the fur headband with the glasses combined. That is giving a look. That's the statement. The attention is drawn to my face. There's a lot you need to take in, but I think immediately the attention is drawn up top. As far as the details, I kept them, like I just said, pretty much up top. Is face centered. And so for that reason, I didn't put on any bracelets. My sleeves were long enough, they would just be added noise and a distraction. So I put on one statement ring and then I kept the purse simple by adding this black and white clutch. I thought it worked well because it picked up on the white stripes and then that white line is carried in the sock. So details are intentional and cohesive. So yeah. Now let's get into the fit formula. I didn't want to just wear a jersey. Most people at the game, at the sports bar, at sporting events, yes, they're gonna wear a jersey. The whole point of this video is to style the looks. So the jersey is style. I didn't just put it on with some jeans and some gym shoes. Although that can be cute, but sometimes you wanna elevate. So the dots I do think keep the game day look grounded. A lot of times, I could have easily went with a heel, but I think it tells a different story when you pair the fishnets with the heel. It's almost like, and nothing wrong with it, but it's almost like you're looking for extra attention. And so if your intentions are to go have fun, support your team, then the dots tell a slightly different look when you pair with fishnets, at least in my mind. I could be very wrong, but in my mind, they tone the sex appeal in the short jersey and the fishnets down. Um, what else? I do feel like the accessories up top elevate the look. They take it from looking like pure sports fan to a more elevated grown vibe. Yeah. So overall, I feel like this look is giving defense wins championships, and this fit is playing full contact. Now let's get into look number two. So this is a look that I will wear to watch my guy go play basketball. If he on some type of team, neighborhood team or whatever, guys be going to like the recreation centers to play ball. They be like, yeah, come get dressed, come up here. So I ain't gonna just come put on anything. I'm a look cute but still fitting. This is something I will wear for that occasion. Or say for example, I was going to a sports bar. Nothing major, but a sports bar to sit at the bar and have a meal while the game is on. I'll put on something like this. I feel like the moment in this outfit is probably the burgundy biker jacket. I think it's the burgundy jacket. Especially paired with the leopard. It brings the eye towards the entire look. It centers the eye to the entire look. So I think it's the jacket and the way it's paired with. I love the way on. And the way it's paired with the leopard skirt. As for the accessories, I wanted to keep everything in the silver family for a few reasons. Because there's so much silver in this leopard jacket. And then I'm gonna take my shoes out right now. But my shoes do have their camo print, but they have silver spikes. They have silver spikes throughout them. And sometimes it clashes with gold. I don't most of the time care, but the silver. So I did choose to put on some silver hoops that are statement earrings. You can't miss them. And then I only wanted a bracelet and a ring on each arm. I did keep the same purse from earlier, but what I chose to do instead of tucking the flap in, I left it out because this time I didn't want the disruption of the white stripe. Let's get into the formula. So I like the print plate that's involved. I love a leopard and camo moment. I think they pair so well together, those mixed prints. So anytime I'm wearing leopard and I think it's appropriate for the entire look that I have on, I do like to have a copper camo or vice versa. I do think that this look is giving like a slight edge. It's not sure. Super conservative game day look. I think the biker jacket and the leopard bring edge to the look, but I think the glasses calm the look down. To be honest, I think they calm the look down a bit. And then I do think the gym shoes calm the look. They ground the look, I should say. That's what I meant to say. The gym shoes ground the look. It keeps it from looking, because a lot of times when you see a pencil skirt, you may see it worn with pointy toe heels, which I love. But it also takes you to, in my opinion, a different arena. It puts you in a more dressed up. You know what I'm saying? It makes you look more dressed up. Now, say for example, you and your guy who you watched go play basketball earlier, were having a long day. So early you want to have these shoes on, and then later it's easy to switch into the pointy toe shoes. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna show you how it looks. I ain't gonna show you how to put no pointy toe shoes on, but I'm gonna just show you the difference and how this look can be worn, different ways, and how it can take you from day to night as well. So now with the pointy toe pumps, I look a bit more elevated. And depending on the occasion and where you're going, you will wear the shoes that most fit that occasion. Overall, I feel like this living. I feel like this look is giving teen pride. but make it feel. All right. So I put this on and felt like this might be my favorite look. Yeah. But okay. I would wear this obviously to a football game. um, or say for example, me and my dad, we going to watch the game, but we gonna go to dinner first. So dinner, then a game. Yep. I feel like the statement in this outfit, I feel like this is a complete look, but I kind of feel like the hat is the star of the show. It puts me in the mind of Miss Jackson, if you nasty, and this hat, this cap is also called the Rhythm Nation cap. So not Miss Jackson. As far as the accessories, I wanted to make the gold pop. So I had to be sure that I was carrying that gold that's in the cap throughout the outfit. I brought back out the big gold hoops, pyramid earrings, and then I was intentional on one wrist with the gold, and then the ring, and then of course the gold is mimics again in the clutch. So I think the gold is bringing, it's elevating the look. It's giving like a bit of luxury. Yo. Let's get into the formula. So I feel like this is a very feminine look. A lot of times, um, game day fits, they can be very masculine leading, but and then or they can be, if you dress them girly, they can be they can read sexy very easily. So it seemed like they either sit on one side of the fence. But I think this look is very feminine in a very empowering, good way to showcase your love for the team, but also be true to your own personal style. I love the volume in the skirt. It brings more places for your eye to go. It is, I don't want to say it brings intentionality, but a playfulness. It brings a certain intentionality. If I could think of a better word, I'll pop it up. But it brings like a certain intentionality to the look. It gives the look structure, not just volume, but it almost creates another story. It gives the skirt more like a more pronounced silhouette. When I look at it from this angle, it reminds me of how those prom dresses or those dressy dresses used to be in the 80s. So the tulle and then like the tight fit of it and then the flare. Yeah. And then they had they high low all the time. So it's like it's at the bottom, it's almost giving me like 80s punk rock or 80s glam. Um I'm also in love with the color story. So it's gold, burgundy, black. I think those colors paired together give a richness. And then I also think that the pop of red on the lip, burgundy would have been too expected. And I think that the red draws your eye to the lips in a good way. Not where it's like, where did that red come from? But it looks styled. Yes. All right. So overall, I feel like this look is giving varsity energy with grown woman intentions. Now on to look number. All right. So I will wear this. I think this is a cute date night fit. Whether you going to watch sports or not. Cute day night fit. And then if you are going to watch sports, then that's just the icing on the cake. All right. Or if you're going to a sports lounge with the girls and you want to be elevated because you might be seen, or you just want to be cute for yourself, sports lounge. I feel like the hero of this look is the jacket. I think this jacket is doing its job of being different. It's not necessarily, even though it has this little logo here, it's not necessarily a sports team jacket. And so it's doing its job of being different and unexpected a bit. Let's see the details. I kept the look, I don't want to say simple, but as far as the jewelry and accessories, I wanted to keep everything cohesive with the color gold. So, and as you can tell, I have gold repeated throughout the look. Gold repeated throughout. And sometimes gold is just that extra pop that you need. Nothing else is gonna make the statement like gold. And then another detail that I wanted to point out is that I tied this belt, I fastened this belt up here around my waist just so it could be seen. We know we always wear the belts down here. There are no belt loops on this skirt anyway. I just thought this was a cute added touch because when I looked in the mirror and saw the bomber with the skirt, yes, I thought it looked cute, but my mind went to waist beads. I'm like, where do waist beads fit in this outfit? So I'm like, oh yeah, that Gucci belt. So threw the belt on around the waist, and I think it's that extra unexpected pop that I like to bring to looks. I do like that this look is polished. It looks like a completed style look. It looks a bit more elevated than what you're probably gonna see in the typical sports bar, especially because of the long skirt with all the long skirt and the statement jewelry. Long skirt and statement jewelry takes the look into, I want to say, a different level than what you're probably gonna see at the sports bar. I do love the movement and the structure of this look because I like that it's short, like it's cropped up top, and then the long length. It brings it brings a growner, more adult element. I don't think you're gonna get mixed up with one of the younger or teens because I don't know that many of them are really dressing street style or sports affiliated in this fashion. And I do, to be honest, even though I love street style, I do like to separate myself from a generation that I'll pass. I dressed like that when I was in that generation, and I'm in the era that I'm in now, and I embrace that era. So I love to make my looks look grown, because maybe I am. All right. Anywho, this look is giving money talks, logos whisper, but I ain't doing nothing quiet over here. All right, let's go ahead and get into Warning Wild. At the beginning of the week, I want to look work appropriate. Not that I don't any other day, but because I'm going to work, I needed to look appropriate for work. So I kept a little casual yet comfortable. And I have been wanting to wear those pants again. They have a jacket that goes to them, but I didn't buy it to only wear it together. So I have been dying to wear those pants again, and I got my chance.
I think the look came out, it was like really cute in theory, but it just looks okay on. And for that reason, this look gets a one and done. So if you notice, I'm pretty much wearing the same shoes every single day, and that's due to weather. It's snow and cold outside. So I needed to find looks that went well with these shoes, and I think this look really did the job. I really liked how this look came out. It was comfortable, work appropriate, and I was warm and cute. So this look gets a repeat offender. Work bathroom fit check, and I love this look. I especially love the silhouette and just everything about it overall. So this gets Gaudy approved. Love this work fit as well. I will wear this almost anywhere, not just work, and it's gonna get a repeat offender. Now on to FUBU. FUBU is for us, by us. It isn't about styling, it's translation, respect, authorship. It's cultural affirmation that uses fashion as the language. It's about Black creativity defining itself, not waiting to be accepted. Tiana Taylor has always dressed like she knows who she is before mainstream media caught up, before the silhouette was coined street style. She moves between softness and strength like it is never a contradiction. She blurs the line between masculinity and femininity without asking for approval. And in doing so, she gives a generation permission to show up whole. She makes tailored looks feel lived in. She makes the pixie cut feel powerful. Her style doesn't just influence fashion, it influences confidence, how people stand, how they take up space, how they refuse to soften themselves to be accepted.
This is FUBU, inspired by her, translated through me. That wraps up today's episode of Fashion IRL. From game day fits that E to worn in a while to FUBU, every look was truly styled with intention, and I hope you enjoyed watching my rendition of these looks. If so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can watch more from your girl. And as always, signing off. Love you back.